Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you with another edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me this morning, we have, as always, Michael Kormaroff, who is the Stout King. And we have the one and only Jay Terrio of Louisiana Beer Reviews, or Louisiana Stout Reviews, for the Stout Sunday. Thanks for joining me, guys.
As always, it's a pleasure.
All right, so let's go ahead and
thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll start with Michael. What are you drinking this morning, Michael?
It's a revisit of the Dragon Stout from Jamaica in this puny 9.6 ounce bottle, which when I picked it up, and I've said this before, hey, look, I'm getting a pretty good deal. It's 11.2 ounces. And when I got back, I said, hey, it's 9.6 ounces. I mean, what's going on here? Is that a separate unit? Why did they decide to screw us? But
that's why I didn't buy it when I was at Total Wine and More last time. I said, it's just too small of an amount.
I would probably buy it more if they came in 11.2 or 12 ounce bottles, just because, I mean, that's such a small serving.
It is 7.5%, and for whether you call this an export stout or you call this an island stout, these are the different things, because it's different than your standard stouts because it's brewed in countries that have high temperatures all year round. This one in Jamaica, the Lion Stout in Sri Lanka, and there are other countries, warm countries that brew stouts, and that's why they call them island stouts too, as well as their export stouts. But the Guinness is an export stout too. Their foreign stout is an export stout, and that would be different because Ireland is a different brewing country. But I'll be interested in going through this again. Do you want me to start reviewing it right now?
We'll go ahead. Let's see what everybody's got, and then we'll get back into it. It won't take but a second because we've only got 3 this morning. So go ahead, Jay. What do you got?
Well, I have this. I think it's 4%. I was trying to check. It says Murphy's Imported Stout. It used to say Irish Stout, but there's a problem. It's brewed under license by Heineken in Scotland today for our market. So Edinburgh, Scotland, it's brewed.
Does it say draft style under there? Okay, so they updated the can, I guess, pretty recently, because the last time I had it, I'm pretty sure it said Irish Stout on it still.
Yeah, 1856. They used to make Murphy's Irish Red Ale, but I've not seen it in a long while. It's mainly made in Cork, Ireland. That's where the brewery is. But like with so many of these, they start licensing it out, brewing it somewhere else.
Right. Okay. Well, I am doing another revisit as well. I'm doing the Guinness Extra Stout, 5.6%. Very readily available here. Got this at the gas station, 22 ounce bottle for like $3. So not a bad deal. Excited to get back into this. We have got Jamie in the chat. Cheers. Good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got Ronnie S. in the chat as well. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. We got to go back to Michael Kormaroff. Go ahead and get into that Dragon Stout.
Show this again. And it was hard to tell from looking at it when I first bought it, because from the top of it does look like it could be an 11.2 ounce can until you pick it up. And I guess I didn't actually look at it closely, so I was fooled. This is what it looks like in the glass. Let's see if the lighting is good enough where you could pick it up. There was a small head, but that has subsided since I poured it. It's a very dark brown color. If you look at it through the light, you can see kind of like a small, maybe it's red through it, but it's mostly very dark brown. Let me get a nose on it. You're getting the dark roasted malts, maybe some background coffee in there as well. Let's see if there's anything else. Maybe some sweetness in the background as well. But the roasted malts, I think, are the first, and that's true in a lot of these type stouts. You really can't smell the alcohol in it. Let me give it a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Michael.
Okay. Well, the taste is really good. You get the dark roasted malts as the first thing, and I wouldn't say it's coffee dominant, but you're picking up some coffee notes for sure, or the roastiness of the malt as well. Maybe there's some chocolate in the background as well, and it's for the alcohol in this. This could be a dangerous beer because it does go down pretty easy for 7.5%. Very drinkable.
So I was just going to ask. You said very drinkable, goes down pretty good. So I guess because it's made in Jamaica, would you say that it would be a good stout to drink in a very hot climate?
I think it would, because it's almost like if you didn't know that it was dark in color, you might think it was just any beer kind of thing. It's not heavy. It's light. I would say it's medium bodied. It's not light bodied, but it goes down so easy. You'd have to be very careful for sure, because 7.5% is a heady stout when you think about it. It's not true imperial stout, I guess, the higher stuff that we drink in some barrel aged cases and others, but it's pretty strong. And I would be careful. Again, it's only 9.6 ounces, so I guess that's better than if it was 12, in that you can't drink as much in one bottle. But if you buy a 6-pack of it, I think you have to be careful. But I'll have a number for you shortly.
All right. Hey, Ronnie S. likes your new name. And Jeremy, safe travels. He said he would join, but he's on the road today. So drive safe, Jeremy. All right, so let's go to Ron Ontario with his Murphy's Stout at a whopping 4% ABV.
Yeah. Well, you see that classic nitro can head, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget Murphy's has got the nitro widget in the can.
And that black appearance, which I guess if some light hits it, it'll give it a little brown at the edges. At the bottom. Okay, so the aroma smells like coffee and cream and malt. A little sourness. Now the taste.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody. Hear a little echo. There's some bitterness on this one. I think it's got a little more bitterness than Guinness. Could be wrong. I've never done a blind taste test. I was saying cream and coffee. I guess you have that aspect to it, that note in the flavor. But it's really just a malty, dark, a dark roasted malt flavor. No way burnt. It's similar to Guinness, but it's different, and it's hard to describe how. Maybe it's because it's dry or something. But my friend David gave me the can. He said, I don't like it. He kept saying that. I don't know why he doesn't like it, but he just kept saying, I don't like that stuff. I said, I'll take it. I'm not going to turn down Murphy's Stout. Oh, wait, I know why he doesn't like it. Because he doesn't like nitro beers. He just doesn't like them. It gives it that creamy mouthfeel. I like it, but some people, it turns them off. They don't care for it. 156 calories per 12 ounce. Of course, this is a 14.9, I think. Yeah. Kind of a strength. We all have these sizes today. Well, at least Michael and I got 14.9. Hey, Friar Tuck. Medium bodied, pretty dry, even chalky, you want to say. Dry finish. Man, you're not going to get loaded drinking this stuff. Maybe on calories, but not on alcohol. So I think in Ireland it's like 3.8%.
My goodness. Well,
Yeah,
in Ireland, they do drink them all day long, so that makes sense.
right. They probably don't want them in the pubs gulping down pints of this stuff for hours if it's 7.5. But I would like to see if there's any kind of Murphy's like extra stouts or imperial stouts. I have a feeling there isn't, but
If there is, it's not available here in the U.S. More than likely, you'd have to go overseas to get it. Just like all the good stuff from a lot of these foreign breweries.
Yeah, and one more thing, Michael, the Dragon Stout from Desno and Geddes, that's actually older than Red Stripe, same company. Red Stripe came out like 1929, 28, but the Dragon Stout was developed in 1920.
Wow, goes back a long way.
100 years old, 100th anniversary.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll let you keep sipping on that and come back around here in a little bit. So the Guinness Extra Stout, poured it up. It actually poured with about a 2-finger head. I just topped it off. It does have some nice head retention, as you can see, kind of a, I guess you'd say a tan head. The appearance, very dark brown. I can see through it ever so slightly when I hold it up to the light, just on kind of on the bottom there. So you can see through it a little bit when you hold it up to the light. The aroma, very malt forward, getting a lot of that dark roasted malt in the form of dark toasted bread, a touch of coffee just from the malt. Obviously, there's no coffee added, but there is some nice coffee coming through from the roasted malt. Maybe a touch of caramel. It smells really good. I mean, if you're a stout lover, this is going to smell really good to you just because of the malt forward presentation and the roastiness of it. It smells like a winner. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, John.
Cheers to your stout drinking.
Yeah. Taste follows the nose. Getting a lot of that roasted malt right up front. Some dark toasted bread notes. A little bit of that coffee is coming through. A slight caramel sweetness, but not a ton of sweetness with this. It does have a good bit of bitterness on the finish, not necessarily from the hops, but just from the roast because it's so deep and rich and roasty. Getting a little bit of that astringency from the roasted malt on the finish. It's very smooth, easy drinking, 5.6%. You could drink a few of these. The body's on the medium side, though. It's not a heavy body beer, but it is rich, robust, more on the medium side. Carbonation is relatively light. I'm drinking this. It's still actually pretty cold, but this is a good one to kind of let warm up a little bit too, just because it does well as it warms. You get a lot more of those toasted bread notes, and the malt profile comes through a little bit better. It's well balanced, malt forward in the beginning, and it's got that nice little coffee bitterness on the back end, and it drops off pretty nicely. So it's very inviting in that sense. You just want to keep sipping on it. It's definitely a winner. I've done this before on Stout Sunday and reviewed it many times, so you guys already know what I think of it. I think it's a winner. And the best thing about this beer, no matter, if I can't go beer shopping or go into Peachtree City and go to the package stores and do my craft beer shopping, I can always go right down the street to the gas station and buy a 22-ounce bottle of this. So it's widely available, and it's an excellent stout. So I'll keep sipping on it and give you guys a rating here in a little bit. Cheers to Miscellaneous in the chat. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a good Sunday morning. All right. So let's go ahead and go back around, starting with Michael with his Dragon Stout.
Okay, I guess I'm somebody who's a fancier of this island type stout, whether it be Dragon or Lion, and I'm sure there are other ones brewed in island nations. But I guess what I like the best about this particular one is they've really been able to make it so drinkable that you have to be careful, like I said before, but it's really very well brewed and very well done. And even at the 9.6 ounces, I think I would still buy it again because I do really like it. And the price was not killer for the 9. I can't remember what I paid for it. This bottle I've had sitting in the refrigerator for a while. This came out of a 6-pack I bought a while ago. But I would buy it again. It's just that if they made it in a regular bottle, like an 11.2 or a 12, I wouldn't even have to give it any thought. But because it's in this small bottle, you know, there are other things I could get. Like I get that Lion Stout can for $1.61 for 11.2 ounces. And when you get a bargain like that, I think the Lion Stout's at least as good. And that's 8.8%. That's even higher alcohol. So, but you can't buy everything on price because you do want to try all the different beers. But I would recommend this. I would probably even recommend this to somebody who had not had stouts before, because it's not quite, the roasted malts are not quite as pronounced as other stouts that we drink. So I'm not saying it's mild. It's still, you can taste the roasted malts, but to 7.5%, it's not in your face kind of thing. I'm going to give it a 93, which is still an A for me.
Yeah.
Not a high A. It's a lower A, but it's a well done beer. And it just shows you that they know how to brew beer in Jamaica, which a lot of people think, you know, they do make Red Stripe as well. But a lot of people don't imagine Jamaica as a brewing nation. And obviously they can.
Definitely not as a stout nation.
Or as a stout brewing.
Right. Right.
Even the jury is out on Red Stripe as a lager. Some people like it, some people don't. You know, it's not like everybody likes it. Actually, I do like Red Stripe, by the way. I think it's a well-made beer too. But this is, I would say this is better than Red Stripe if you're comparing them as beers. That's just me.
Right. Yeah, I would say the same thing, just because I think stouts are, I mean, more enjoyable. Hence, stout.
Giving it an A. 93 is an A in my scale. Even 92 is almost an A, but this is a 93 and it's an A.
Okay. So 1A in the books. Mr. Terrio, what are you thinking about the Murphys?
First, I'm sorry that Miscellaneous Magnus got a $165 ticket.
Yeah, that stinks.
That happened to me in 2018, and then the ticket was due in 2019. But it was weird because the officer wrote some kind of weird code on the ticket. I didn't know what that meant. But the ticket was supposed to be like $300 running a red light, which was really kind of questionable. But anyway, so when I went to pay it, they only charged me $124. And the lady at the courthouse said, well, that's just the court costs. And it kept going around. And they finally just said, just tell him to pay it. So I paid it. And, you know, if you only pay court costs, they don't charge you. It doesn't go to your insurance. So maybe the officer knew me from teaching high school and he put a little code that meant I know him or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a series of numbers that made no sense to me. But anyway, so hopefully Miscellaneous Magnus knows somebody. But not to say people should be corrupt. Now that's corruption when you get a special break because you know somebody, right? So we don't support corruption here on Stout Sunday. And we don't support running red lights. Okay. Now back to the beer. I like it a lot. Do I like it more than Heineken? I don't know. This is an age-old question. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? What's better, Heineken draft in the can or the Murphy's draft in the can? The world may never know, right? So I would just say
that's a tough comparison. I mean, two different styles. That's a tough comparison.
Well, one is 4.2 and one is 4.0. That's not a big difference. 4.2 to 4.0.
Well, I just meant the styles are so different. If you're comparing like how good you're comparing different styles, so
kind of like dry and sweet. But
yeah, I mean,
but you hear this all the time. People will say, "I like Murphy's. I'm a Murphy's guy. I'm a Guinness guy," you know. And I'm a both guy.
Oh, you're comparing Guinness to Murphy's. I thought you were comparing Heineken to Murphy's. I thought you were talking about Heineken.
Are you ignoring my commentary here? Okay.
I'm looking at I'm
Say hi.
confused now.
That's okay. You can slip. I mean, that's okay.
You did. I could have sworn he said
You
Heineken.
did. You said Heineken. You did, but that's okay.
Oh, I said Heineken.
Yeah, you said Heineken.
Okay,
All
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. It's you. It's you, Mr. Terrio.
It's Heineken's fault. No, I'll tell you. It's Heineken's fault for buying Murphy's and confusing me.
Okay.
So when I'm thinking Murphy's, I'm thinking Heineken. All right, because they own it. Okay. All right, let's start again. I apologize. Okay.
It's fine.
Murphy's or Guinness? The age-old question. What do people prefer? Am I a Guinness guy or a Heineken guy? I'm a both guy. I like them both. Okay. It's only a 2% difference. Sorry, I made a mistake. I make mistakes, even me. I can remember back in 1999, I made a mistake, but I don't remember what it was about. All right. Or was it 96? Anyway, you know. All horseplay aside and antics aside, I think I like this little sour note. No, it's not a sour beer, but it is kind of sour, actually. And like sour milk, you know what I'm saying? Not like a sour beer, you know, those things taste like lemon heads and warheads. Probably go like Michael. Probably go like Michael's said with 93. So I know some viewers are like, oh, yummy, sour milk. Can't wait to drink that. But just has that kind of character. And I've heard rumors that Guinness, not Heineken, Guinness actually uses sour beer in their blend.
Mm-hmm.
They let some of the beer go sour and they mix it in to give it that, well, taste. And they're probably doing that with this.
Right.
I just thought of something. Maybe Guinness ought to make a special edition called Guinness Sour Stout, you know, just using the sour part.
I would love to try it. Yeah.
Me too.
I've had a couple of stouts that have been soured, and I've actually really enjoyed them. So I'd be down for that.
But they'll never do it because they don't ever answer the question if they use sour beer, you know. You know, people say it, but then if you ask Guinness, they'll say, we don't discuss our brewing process.
Right. So what was I'm sorry, I might have missed. Did you give it a rating?
Yeah, 93.
93. Okay. Yeah, my internet, I guess, was cutting out. Everything was frozen for a second.
Oh, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I think it was on my end. I don't think it was you guys.
Yeah, you know how StreamYard will make things gum up. You know, it always freeze up.
Yeah. I think I need to reset everything. My power went out not too long ago, and things have been kind of funky since then. So I think I need to just reset my router.
We may have some major power outages in about 2 days, I'm afraid.
It's still Sally
really?
heading, Hurricane Sally, or what? Maybe it's still a tropical storm. Maybe it's not a hurricane.
Yeah,
yet.
tropical storm. I wish it would be like, ride, Sally, ride away from us.
They're worried. They're worried because the Gulf is particularly warm this time of year, so that doesn't help tropical.
Yeah, the water's hot. You know, it's like you get in the Gulf water, you say, I'm going swimming to cool off. Well, you're not going to cool off. It's like it's hot. And so that's the worst thing because the hurricanes get in that hot water and they just go woo, like a spin cycle on a washing machine, dryer. Oh, no, washing machine.
Hey, did y'all see this comment? I don't. William Kepley's in the chat. A Bud Light Platinum Wild Berry 8%. That must be brand new because I've never heard of it. I didn't know.
Oh, that's those seltzers, right?
I guess so. Seltzer Sunday, yeah. I didn't know Bud Light Platinum was putting out. So you've got 3 different. So you've got the natural light seltzers, you've got the Bud Light seltzers, and now we've got Bud Light Platinum seltzers.
Oh, those are at Mathern's. I've seen them. I
haven't seen the Bud Light Platinum seltzers. Those are they? I mean, 8%. Good Lord! So they've got the.
That sounds
The
like
higher
trouble.
gravity seltzers now.
That sounds like trouble in a can to me.
That does sound like trouble, but I'd like to try. I'd like to get in on that trouble. I'd try it.
Oh, that's right, William. What's the ABV? I was looking like, where's William? Oh yeah, that was it. Okay. Now after you do your score, I'm going to show you something that's going to be very mysterious. Right. Very mysterious.
I already know what it's going to be. I saw your little post earlier, but I won't spoil it for the viewers out there. Okay, so for the Guinness Extra Stout, if you've watched previous editions of Stout Sunny, you probably already know what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100. It's a solid A. I think it's better than the Guinness Draft. The foreign extra stout is the best. If they sold the foreign extra stout in gas stations in these 22-ounce bottles, man, I'd buy them all the time, even more than I already buy this one. But it's a winner. It's a great stout for people that are trying to get into the style. It's perfectly balanced. It's got tons of flavor without being too heavy. It's just an all-around excellent stout that's widely available. So if you say you can't find Guinness Extra Stout, you're probably not looking hard enough because it's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. Probably lying. So you did a stout examination for Guinness and somebody said, I'd love to join, but I just can't find it. You'd be like, sure, bet you can't. They just
instead they're not looking. That's why they can't find it. They're not looking. It's everywhere.
I don't want to do it,
It's everywhere. You can't not find Guinness. That's how well it is. Even supermarkets have a lot of Guinness, so they just know how important it is as a beer. So I'm not surprised.
Right. Food for Less, a perfect example. Not exactly a craft beer store, although they sell some. But they got Guinness all the time, 6-packs.
Like you said, John, if gas stations have it, that tells you it's pretty acceptable across the board. Yeah.
Sitting right next to the Four Loko 14% hard seltzer. No, I'm just kidding. It is. I mean, it's in the same store, but not next to it on the shelf.
I'll be back in a second, John.
Okay.
Jake's gonna come on and do his thing. I'll be back. I want to see it.
All right, so a little show and tell here.
I did a Four Loko video that I deleted. You're probably angry about that. I did Four Loko sour apple.
Oh man, why'd you delete it? It was terrible.
No, I did a serious video, and I recorded it, gave it a good evaluation and everything. But I just started watching the replay and thinking about Four Loko, and I was like, I cannot post this. I don't want to be part of Four Loko.
Well, that's why you have an alternative channel posted over there.
Yeah, and I dumped it out too. I drank some of it, and then after like a third of that 24-ounce can, I was like, I don't need this in my life. I just dumped it out. I could not say it was bad. I honestly could not say it was bad. Sour apple. The world's going crazy.
You got a good serving in, right? I mean, it's a 5-ounce serving suggestion. So,
right, you're supposed to buy that 24-ounce can and share it with friends. But I have a feeling people aren't really doing that.
Nobody does that, I don't think.
I deleted it though, but I could reshoot it. But I just said I don't need this in my life. There was no way I was drinking that whole can. I did that one time, and I knew I had watched the Super Bowl, but I couldn't really remember it.
Friar Tuck wants you to do. He says he wishes you would do another comic book video.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. I've done those videos, and they're still posted. So,
has Friar Tuck ever appeared on anybody's shows, or is he just a viewer?
No, but he used to have his own video channel where he did his own beer reviews. I don't know why he stopped. He should have kept going. That was one of the ones I used to like to watch.
I never saw him.
Yeah, he was from New England. He is from New England.
I wonder if his videos are still on YouTube. Sometimes older ones are still there.
I believe so. I know 2 people who already have passed away whose videos are still on YouTube.
I could look up Friar Tuck videos and see if he's there.
I think.
Yeah, one of the first.
I like watching different people. Sometimes when I put up a beer that I don't know, I look through the different people. Jay is on a lot of them, and I do watch Jay's reviews, and John's on some, and we have massive beer reviews, and I don't know, the guy who used to be in Brooklyn who's in Florida now. I can't think of his name, but you know it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I like watching everybody's reviews, and sometimes you watch a new person who's really entertaining. So
right, and then when you start liking them, then they stop doing reviews. Okay,
it could be for personal reasons sometimes.
Yeah, like Roger. I don't know what happened with him, but things started to go downhill. He used to do good videos. You remember him?
Yes, I used to watch his reviews. So Jay, you going to show us something? Because I left a second.
Yeah. So first of all,
the show too.
That's okay. First of all, I have this that Johnny Neely gave me. Thank you, Johnny Neely. You know what this is? The bourbon mash, blender's mash.
Right. You did that in a taste challenge recently.
Quite a few taste challenges. I think I've done 6 or 7 so far, and I haven't gotten it wrong once. So it's very distinctive. But I do believe, I do believe that it's going to be discontinued, since a distributor told me that Friday. It's dead. Okay, so I guess they're coming out with the 3rd edition of the Blender series, so y'all better go buy it if you want it. So
I'll definitely keep an eye out for it.
I bought a big bottle, the regular size bottle of it, and the guy said, y'all have 1 left, and there's no more coming. He said, I can guarantee you that it's not coming back. I said, okay. And Tuesday morning at Dawnbusters, I'm going to do the bourbon mash, blender's mash, whatever you want to call it, against this. Well, it's not going to be a contest. John knows that.
Oh, yeah. Rich and rare.
It's neither rich.
Jay, you get low on that bottle. You probably can't do too many more challenges with that one.
Yeah, I probably got 2 left. I won't miss it. It's not really rare. I don't know why they call it rich and rare. It's kind of rich, I guess. But anyway, so that's coming up if you want to waste some time. Now, some things are a mystery in life. And one of those things in life that are mysterious are Steel Reserve Alloy Series.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something about this mystery. What is the mystery?
Yeah, I'll put that on Alcohol Eggs, huh?
I read it.
Yeah, the mystery is that you don't know what the flavor is, and if you guess it, you could win 10 grand, supposedly.
So each one is a different flavor? Is that what
No. All right, here's the deal. About a week ago on Facebook, Steel Reserve, because they're always posting something. Steel Reserve meaning Molson Coors. They say, oh, we got this new mystery flavor. In other words, we have a new flavor coming out, but we're not telling you what it is. But we got this contest we're having, and it goes till, I think, Halloween day. And they're saying, if you can guess the flavor, we'll put you in a drawing to win $10,000. But you got to guess the flavor correctly to even get in the drawing. That's how they can narrow it down real quick, So I said, what are they going to come out with? Now, they had it orange and black. And I said, they're trying to make everybody think it's pumpkin to throw them off track. And so I think everybody's going to figure it's pumpkin because the thing runs through October, right? So, yeah, it ends on Halloween Day.
So we know, Jay, that it's not pumpkin because that's the mystery. They're trying to fool you.
I had a feeling that they were trying to throw people off track because, right, pumpkin beer season, you got an orange and black and white can. It ends on Halloween Day. Okay. So I said, but I don't think they ever did a coconut flavor. So I entered the contest online, and you don't have to buy anything. And I said, coconut. Okay. Then they say, if you post it on Facebook and one of your friends enters a contest, then you get a double entry. But I didn't feel like doing that. So I said, okay, well, we'll see what happens. So then I went to the store yesterday, Racetrack, and I'm walking around in that convenience store. I said, there's nothing here I want to buy. Nothing here at all. And I'm looking and I said,
it's there.
It's on the shelf. I said, wait, it's not just a contest. It's an actual beer, a mystery beer. I said, who in the world's got the guts to put a beer on the shelf and try to sell it and tell people we won't take what it tastes like? I said, that's pretty crazy, you know. And they had a
Especially from Steel Reserve.
Yeah, right. 2 for $4. 2 cans for $4. So that's $2 a can. That's a dollar a 12-ounce, right? I figured, what the heck? So I bought it. That's by February 8th. And
Is that a 12-ounce can though, or are those 16-ounce cans?
no, these are 24-ounce cans.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so 2 for wow, that's really a deal then.
That's a good price for Steel Reserve.
You're getting 2 24-ounce cans for $4 plus tax. So it's $4.40.
Yeah.
So guess the flavor, and you could win $10,000. Something flavored ale. It's a flavored ale.
It's Steel Reserve 8.1, if my memory serves me correctly.
Well, now that depends. If you go to Louisiana, it's 6%. If you go to Georgia, it's both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Different ABVs state to state. That's interesting.
And the Alloy series, which are flavored ales, Steel Reserve is lager, but the flavor are ales. These are all 8.0. So I bought it, and I had to do, Johnny Neely knows what I'm talking about. Yesterday, I had to do a live priority beer alert emergency review, right? And you might have watched the emergency review.
William actually has the can there to show you. William has appeared.
It's getting more drama, because look what he's got.
Show and tell.
I also have a stout, but I already drank it.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait till Sunday.
He finished it already.
Oh, that's a good. I've had that. That's good stuff.
I would give this a 95.
I'd like to try that.
I like the 6.5% was very drinkable for a porter/stout. I like the balance of the chocolate and the peanut butter. I really like this. I would buy a 6-pack of this, and I may go back. It was very fresh at Total Wine, so I may go back and get a 6-pack of this. So
there's one from Duclaw, Peanut Butter Jesus.
I've had that one too.
I
like this one better.
I'll have to try that one if I can find it.
But so thumbs up for Horny Goat.
Okay, if I see Horny Goat, I'll try that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. It really does taste good.
I like that one.
Are you ready for my show and tell?
Yeah, Michael, go for it. Let's hear. Let me pull you up here and. My goodness!
Now, how do I come by this? Is this something that I would buy? No, it's not. My cabana person at the beach club who shares with us left this for me. Isn't that nice? 100 calories.
Yeah.
5% alcohol. Now, it would have been cooler if he gave me the platinum one like William has, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. And it was canned on the 29th of November, 2020, or it's good until 2020.
That's right. Prior to John.
So I will drink this, by the way, and put it in my book, even though it's a seltzer. It's Bud Light, so it's still kind of it's not really a beer though. It's a seltzer.
Well, actually, it's really a beer, but people think it's a seltzer.
This one is only about a week old.
It's hard seltzer on the top, and it is 5% alcohol. Williams is much better at 8 than 5.
And it's only a week old.
Oh, yours is fresh too.
Just placed on the shelf. And this one is not a flavored malt beverage. They cold ferment sugar. That's the fermentation process. So they're slightly different. Some of the seltzers have the malt. Some have just a cold sugar fermentation. That's what this one is. So these are going in all different directions, these seltzers. Sales are astronomical. So I don't understand it really. This was just an outlier goof. I saw it. I said, I like the cool can. It's got a stately
I like the platinum design. Yeah.
It screams quality.
I have not. It does. It really does. I have not seen that one yet. I'm going to have to. Or you know what? Maybe I have seen it, but I just thought it was regular Bud Light Platinum because the can design is very similar to the regular Platinum.
They have 3 flavors, the wild berry, citrus, and a blood orange.
Man, I'm going to have to get my hands on some of those.
Yeah,
Black cherry is the one that I have. I don't know
how Actually, it's pretty good. It just tastes like a black cherry seltzer. It's not going to you know, as a beer lover, it's not really going to hit the sweet spot for beer, but it's a good alcoholic beverage.
This is a very sneaky one because it's not nearly as sweet as the Steel Reserve Alloys, the Natty Rushes of the world. So you could drink a lot of this before it started tapping on the shoulder saying you've gone too far. Very drinkable for 8%.
Isn't there a Mike's now called Harder, which is 8%?
Harder it is.
Which supposedly is also scary because it's not super sweet.
But this is a sneaky one, I swear.
I would buy that if I saw it.
Yeah, y'all go
So
check out
anybody out
Louisiana
I
Beer Reviews.
would buy one, buy a pack or a 6-pack.
You can chase the stout, chase the porter with a platinum seltzer.
Oh no. Hey, well, what were you saying? You're gonna check out Louisiana Beer Reviews for what?
Didn't you review the Mike's Harder lemonade?
I reviewed a couple of Mike's Harder products. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
they they do a little more quality ingredients, so it tastes a little better. Yeah, that's right, Friar Tuck. He did join. I forgot. It's been so many reviews we've done. Mike's is it's okay, but that Harder, boy. Whew.
I would say no, Friar Tuck. That's a question I guess we'll let William answer. Bud Light Seltzer closer to beer than the Bud Platinum. I think the only difference really is the alcohol is higher with the Platinum.
It's not closer to beer in the sense of what an actual beer is, but you do get the 8%. The first thing I noticed was the mouthfeel was so much more like a almost a chewiness to it. It's more depth, more of a substance. So if you like the mouthfeel of a beer, this will probably appeal to you a little bit more. So, but at 8%, like I say, it's a sneaky one. It's because it's only moderately sweet. It still has the seltzer sparkling water quality to it. Or some of the Natty Rushes are just like when I drink one of those, I don't see sugar plums dancing in my head. I see a piles of sugar because it's so sweet. Or this one is, like I said, it's only moderately sweet. So, but like I said, I would drink it again, not on a regular basis, but for a goof, it was good.
I'm still looking for that Natty lemonade that you had. I can't find that one here either.
I never saw it.
Now that one was one I really did think was well made.
Right.
I guess I have to look harder for this stuff because generally speaking, I'm not even going into the aisle where this stuff is.
Yeah, they're mostly convenience store. Most of you find them at a convenience store in a single.
I'll look.
It's really not going to.
I like flying off the deep end every once in a while and trying different stuff that I've never tried. I guess I'm more of a craft beer enthusiast, but I'll try something different. And he left it, so it's not like I'm going to give it away to somebody. I'll drink it.
Hey, and I'll tell you what. These kind of flavored beer things, they're really for people that don't like the taste of beer, let's be honest. But it's such a huge thing now. You go to look at that. You go to these grocery stores.
I've never seen that either.
They have entire sections set apart for
who's your daddy?
That's your dad. I went to a grocery store in Texas and they had an entire section set apart for these flavored beers. I said, well, it's the culture now, So Natural Father.
Bill McIntosh. What? And hadn't heard from him in a while.
He hasn't been on. Has he been on even watching in a long time? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him in the comments in forever. Yeah. Cheers, Bill. Hope you're having a good Sunday. And yeah, good to see you again, buddy.
He used to come on. He'd come on Wild Card Wednesday, Jay. He came on Wild Card Wednesday maybe years ago, though. Maybe
back when Barack Obama was president, I guess.
Now that was before. It was even Wild Card Wednesday. That was back when there was a theme every week. There was a specific beer.
I mean, I've been on this for a while, so maybe you're right.
Yeah,
I remember when Bill McIntosh did a do-it-yourself chilada. He had a very good one. Mine was a disaster.
The Brew Dude.
The others I remember didn't have very good results either.
Yeah, those are
great.
But
he nailed it out of the park with his. I remember that.
He was from Western Florida, right? He was from Western Florida, somewhere.
Yes, too. He made mine was a disaster. I made a homemade chilada. It was horrible. And then William said his was terrible. And then, but Bill did a good one. We used to have Keone Marcus. That's all. I don't even think he's got a channel anymore. That faded away. We used to have the Brew Dude. I mean, we had so many people. Beer Cup and Michelle, John Sharon. I'm thinking of all the people that don't do have no production anymore. You know, but I guess people get sick of it or whatever.
I think even Greg now is down to just doing reviews if you donate beer to him. He will not buy any more beer. And he's obvious about it when you go on.
Yeah.
Well, he still does quite a few reviews, so he must get donations.
His brother gives him a bunch. He gives his brother a lot of credit. His brother
That's
says
good.
a bunch of stuff, which is good. And it was funny when we were watching Eric. Eric came out and said, "Send me the money and I'll review." Now, I have nothing against Eric's reviews. They are not sending him the money. He should get ready to accept that no money is coming his way.
Right.
He can say no. There might be one person who loves him and is willing to do it, but
you can expect no money from me. And
I'm not sending any either because I'm not a reviewer, but I feel anything he says I can do equally well. So I don't have to. I watch his reviews though. I watch Eric's.
I think the tropical is the best Friar Tuck. What's the one from Steel Reserve? It's called the tropical
punch. Tropical spy.
Tropic punch, right? Tropic.
Yeah. I had one of those recently.
They did a good job, didn't they?
They did with that one, yeah. If you don't mind the sweetness of those.
Yeah, you couldn't drink them all the time. You probably go to the hospital. But
I don't know who that is. Beer Cub? Who was Beer
Cup and Michelle? Not Michael, Michelle. Beer Cup and Michelle. They used to join.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about Michael Cormorant.
No, Beer Cup and Michelle used to join every Wednesday. Tanya Mikowski used to join a lot, and it was only 5 p.m. where she was, but she didn't.
The guy who's
keep doing it.
Guy in Ohio used to join. Who's the guy in Dayton? He has like a drunk thing.
Ohio.
Is he in Dayton? He's in Ohio, Western Ohio somewhere. The guy I'm thinking of. I think of his name. Lance. He hasn't been on in a while.
Oh, Lance Lush, yeah.
Lance Lush. Has he been on any shows lately?
No, I don't even know if he's posting content anymore on his channel. I haven't gotten any notifications.
Not really. He was in Akron, Ohio, actually.
Akron, not Dayton, Akron.
Here's another.
We used to have.
There it is. Do you see that?
I never had that thing.
There's another natty. See, I don't get all that natty stuff.
This is their Mountain Dew version.
We just.
You were telling me about that. Well, it's called Mountain Madness, right?
A 25-ounce can was $1.49.
So it's a bargain.
Man.
It's a bargain.
We just get the straight natty daddy, the 6 and the 8, and that's all we get.
William lives in a great area for like specialty macro products that nobody else. It's like, like he gets all these crazy products that nobody else can find. Here we go. The Sparks. Yeah.
We haven't gotten Sparks in 20 years since the first
I still get the regular Sparks. It's an orange and black can. When I go to Alabama, sometimes they'll have them at the Circle K gas stations.
That's one of the
real orange one. The orange one is 6%. This one is 8%.
Yeah. I'm talking about it's the original actually. The orange and black and silver can is the original. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then another one of the real old style flavored beers is Juice. Joose.
I get now. Juice is everywhere here. Juice and the Four Loko are everywhere here. The Juice is actually right next to the Four Loko on the shelf. And as a matter of fact, I had a Juice. A couple weeks ago, I was feeling adventurous, and I bought one of the Juice. I think it was it was the purple one. I can't remember the flavor. It wasn't. It was like a berry. Great. I think it was berry something. Anyway, it was pretty. It was better than the Four Loko.
Yeah, and Juice makes a regular lager without flavoring. Which, if you're I
haven't had that one.
If you have a bad luck in life, it's called Stack.
I've
Oh,
got
Sept.
that
Yeah,
one.
no. I can't. I have never seen the
9.9%.
before.
I bought some in Beaumont, Texas. I bought a can of Stack in Beaumont, Texas. That was 12.
Wow.
The
I could not.
the juice and Four Loko are brewed at the same production facility.
Mm.
That makes sense. Yeah, they're
And
same
the Spark
ABV,
is
same
basically-
similar can design.
This is actually a steel reserve alloy product. So they have a blackberry too. So these two probably are identical by the codes on the bottom.
Yeah, because Spark is the Molson Coors.
Right, it is. But I thought this one was very good, the blackberry.
When you go back to Mathern's, can you have access to their back room of beer? Can you go into where they keep their stock? Maybe there's a breakfast stout hidden there that wasn't out on the shelf.
That's what I was going to check on. And another thing is that Founders is handled by Anheuser-Busch distributor, and they're very good about making sure stuff gets restocked. I can't say that for Molson Coors and the Miller people, but the Anheuser-Busch guys, they're like real sticklers for making sure the shelf is stocked. So I have a feeling when I go back tomorrow, it'll be there. If in fact there's any left. They're not the kind of people that just leave it lingering in the back, you know.
Okay, that's good. Because I'm gonna be on with another Tar Heel beer, William, and it'll be a surprise. I've actually done Stout Sunday before, the same beer. This is not from my cousin. This is something that I got myself when I was in North Carolina.
I respond to a comment from Friar Tuck. I did a review of the Natty Daddy Lemonade. I did one of those when it first came out. And I might have to do
one on Sparks.
Sparks I haven't done. I haven't also done. This is the first can of this I got. And I just went ahead and drank it. But I'll pick up another one and maybe do. I'd like to do a seltzer examination because of the popularity of those products. You know,
I would be down for that. Yeah,
Coors has got one just come out, Coors Seltzer. So I would like to do like I did a few weeks ago. When I did the
okay, I'll save this in case you decide.
FMBs, flavored malt beverages. But the seltzer would definitely, because like them or hate them, it's not a trend.
No,
everybody's in on these things, and the popularity of them. I mean, it's definitely worth an examination.
You mean
they're after females too?
Absolutely. Well, but the 8%, they're going after the. Yeah.
They're going after us too with the high alcohol.
The 8% is more probably.
Four Loko has a hard seltzer, a 14% one. No, I'm too scared to try that one. But Brandon and Trish over at Craft Beer Report, they have a YouTube channel. They did one of these Friday night hangouts where they were spinning the wheel, and doing drinking and stuff. They had like fun little drinking games and stuff on their channel. They had a can of the Four Loko hard seltzer, and they were spinning the wheel, and one of the little slots on the wheel was take a shot of the Four Loko hard seltzer. And they were both saying that it tasted really like basically like cherry cough syrup, and it was thick. And anyway, so I kind of steered clear of that. I can actually get that one, but I'm too scared. I'm too chicken to try it.
Why would you want to buy something like that if you know it tastes like cherry cough syrup? It sounds like, trouble.
Because you got a drinking problem?
Well, I guess that's the reason.
Brown bagging it under the bridge.
Now that's a good one.
Those are good.
And that's about 10? Is that about 10%?
It is.
Mm-hmm. I actually really like those. Ron got me turned on to those. He brought me a couple from Louisiana, and I couldn't get them. But then, like about a month later, I started noticing all the gas stations started carrying them. So I have been trying.
I'm not going to pull an Eric, but I got to go. So It's been fun. You guys, I'll see you. Anybody who comes to Multi Monday, I will be on tomorrow. But keep in touch.
Why don't we go ahead? Let's go ahead and take it off air, because we're going about an hour. So I just want to thank Michael Kormroth, Ron Ontario. Thanks, William, for popping in. We had a nice little show and tell session there at the end. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope everybody has a great Sunday and enjoys all the football. Football is back. So crack open a stout, watch some football, and have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you all on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Enjoyed all the comments. Here,
Yeah, thanks, Commerce.